My name is Stephanie Lampman. I work at Hope Academy. I have a son, Trevor Lampman, who's 23 and married and graduated from Hope Academy in 2018. I have Nicholas Lampman, who is in 10th grade here now. Jalen Lampman, who's in 8th grade here now. And my husband, Shane Lampman, worked for the city of Minneapolis. When I was younger, nobody ever asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I don't remember anybody ever telling me that I could go to college. I don't remember ever thinking that I could go to college. I don't remember ever wondering what I would be when I got older. I mean, to me, I remember thinking like college was for rich people. We were super poor when I was younger. Nobody ever thought about college when I was younger. Like, I think about that all the time. Like, nobody ever asked me what I wanted to be when I got older, ever. I told my husband one time, I'm like, public schools failed us. My husband goes, babe, we were failed before we got to public school. And I remember when I first got pregnant with Trevor, I thought I would take on a second job for him to have a better education than I did. I would take on a second job for him to go to a Christian school and to have better opportunities than I did. So I checked out Hope Academy and totally fell in love with it. And like my first experience here, I was like walking down the hall and this like little kid had got in trouble and the teacher was like, not even like yelling at him. She was like, can I pray for you? Is there something going on with you? And it totally just warmed my heart. And then I heard him praying over the loudspeaker and I'm just like, this is where I want my kid to be, you know? Last fall, was when I first heard about the possibility of buying the building next door and expanding Hope Academy. I was thinking it kind of meant a lot to me, probably more to me than anyone else, because it was an abortion clinic. It was Mildred Hansen's abortion clinic. And when we were in high school and after that, I had several friends who had abortions in that building. Drove there several times to give our friends rides there for abortions. And in '99, I had gone there to get an abortion with Trevor. I thought I was only like 8 weeks along and I was gonna get an abortion, and she was like, no, you're farther along than you think you are. You're gonna have to come back because we're gonna have to do a different kind of abortion. So I went back and I was sitting there and they were getting ready to call my name. I started thinking about it and I was kind of starting to change my mind, but I'm like, no, because I'm already here and I don't wanna like make the doctor like mad that if I get up and walk out. And I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, we talked about adoption and we talked about everything. And I'm like, but there's one thing we haven't talked about. And my mom's like, keeping him? We haven't talked about keeping him. So I got up and walked out and they were like yelling my name behind me. And I'm like, just kept on walking. And they were like trying to stop me from leaving, but I just kept walking. Ended up keeping Trevor and now he graduated from here in 2018. The building's gonna be changing kids' lives, and it was like taking kids' lives, and now it's changing kids' lives. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's like crazy, right? Like nobody's ever gonna understand how big of a deal that is but me. Like people are like, oh yeah, that's really cool, but that's like really cool. There's like so many lives lost over there. Now there's gonna be so many lives changed over there. Right outside these doors, we're in the hood, and we're gonna bring all these kids in good, and you see all the crime is getting so bad around here, right? This is exactly what we need, a bigger school, right? Because everybody's like, oh, the neighborhood is going to pot, blah, 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 right? What are we gonna do? We're gonna bring this neighborhood that's going to pot inside of here and bring these kids to Christ, because what are they gonna do? They're gonna get older and they're gonna get better, and then they're gonna start going that way and we're gonna get good. That's the only way to do it. I grew up in this hood that's going to pot, and the only way to get it good is to keep going.